Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's maths lesson. I hope you all are doing well. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to find the highest common factor, also called HCF, by a very simple and easy method. This method is known as ladder division method. You already know that HCF means the greatest number that divides two or more numbers exactly without leaving a remainder. Let's see how the ladder division method works. Okay, if we have two numbers 24 and 60 and we want to find the HCF of these two numbers using the ladder division method, what we are going to do is we will write them first of all together. Now if you remember, in prime factorization method we used to factorize the given numbers separately, but in ladder division method we are going to do them collectively. So we will write 24 and 60 together. Now 24 and 60, they both are even numbers, so the smallest possible common prime factor of 24 and 60 is 2. 2 times 12 and 2 times 30. Again, 12 and 30 are even numbers, so the smallest possible prime factor of these two is 2 again. 2 times 6 and 2 times 15. Now we have 6 and 15 left. 15 is odd, 6 is even, so we cannot divide them together with prime factor 2. So the next possible prime factor we can check is 3. 3 is a common prime factor of these two. 3 times 2 and 3 times 5. Now what we are left with, 2 and 5. 2 and 5 do not have any common prime factor. So our work is finished here. We will not further divide them. And the prime factors, the common prime factors which we have got on the left side over here, we are going to multiply them and find the HCF. Two multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, that gives us 12. So 12 is the highest common factor of 24 and 60. Let's do another example. Let's have two numbers, 96 and 72. Now 96 and 72, they both are even numbers. So the smallest possible common prime factor of these two will be 2. 2 times 48 is 96 and 2 times 36 is 72. Now if you are unable to divide 96 by 2 mentally, you can show the division. You can use the rough working and show it over there and do the long division and find out the answer. Now 48 and 36, they also are even numbers. So the smallest possible common prime factor of these two is 2 again. 2 times 24 and 2 times 18. Again 24 and 18 are even, so the smallest possible common prime factor is 2. 2 times 12 and 2 times 9. Now 12 and 9, 12 is even and 9 is odd, so they do not have a common prime factor as 2. So next prime factor is 3. We are going to check 3. 3 is a common prime factor of 12 and 9. 12 and 9, they both come in the table of 3. 3 times 4 and 3 times 3. Now we are left with 4 and 3. They do not have any common prime factor. So our ladder division method is completed over here. The factors, the prime factors, the common prime factors we have written on the left side of the ladder. We are going to multiply them and find the HCF. So 24 is the HCF of 96 and 72. Let's do one more example. $210 and $315. Let's write them together. Now 210 is even and 315 is odd, so 2 is not the common prime factor. Next prime factor is 3. Let's see if it is a common prime factor of these two or not. Let's divide them over here by 3. 3 times 7 is 21. The 0 will come down. 3 times 0 is 0. So 210 is divisible by 3. It makes it 17. 3 times 70 is 210. Now let's divide 315 by 3. 3 tens are 30. 1 is left. 5 will come down. 3 times 5 is 15. So when you multiply 3 by 105, you get 315. Now 70 and 105 is left. The smallest possible common prime factor of these two numbers is 5. Not 3, but 5. When we divide 70 by 5, we get the answer 14. And when we divide 105 by 5, we get the answer 21. Now 14 and 21, they have a common prime factor which is 7. 7 times 2 and 7 times 3. 2 and 3 do not have any common prime factor. So we'll stop our ladder division method over here. We will find the HCF by multiplying the common factors listed on the left side of the ladder. 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. That gives us 105. Let's do another example. Let's find out the HCF of three numbers now. 18, 27 and 36. Now 18 and 36 is even, but 27 is odd. So 2 is not their common prime factor. Let's check the table of 3. 3 times 6, 3 times 9 and 3 times 12. Again for 6, 9 and 12, the smallest common possible prime factor is 3. 2 are 6, 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12. Now 2, 3 and 4, they do not have any common prime factor. So our ladder division method is finished over here. We are going to find the HCF by multiplying the common factors listed on the left side of the ladder. That is 3 into 3, that is 9. Let's revise what we have done and let's share some tips and tricks also. First thing, always start with smallest prime factor. And for HCF, it should be a common prime factor. For even numbers, start with 2. For odd numbers, start checking with 3.